And that was my foot. I attribute a lot of that mobility strength to this exact shoe. This Modus shoe has just added another shoe to its line. Let me just show you the shoe. And that was just standing right here was my foot. And I show you my foot and I show you the way I wiggle my toes because I attribute a lot of that mobility, strength, everything through my foot to this exact shoe. I want to hit on why that's important because I'm a runner at 6'4", 235 pounds, running marathons, zero knee problems, zero back problems, and overall feeling really healthy and strong. I should probably clear off these shoes off of my table. Now I've been wearing this MOTUS Strength shoe for quite some time now. I put it on my stories everywhere, I put it on my Snapchat, I put it on every social media platform. And it's one of the most common questions I get. What is that shoe? Not only because it looks cool, but probably because there's some functionality in the shoe itself. Because I am so involved with this brand and so invested in testing in different shoes, whether it's lifestyle, strength shoes, trail shoes, performance, whatever, I'm very excited because this MOTUS shoe has just added another shoe to its line. Brand new product they are launching literally today as this video comes out. It's not completely different, but it's very, very interesting and I'm super excited because I'm gonna be balancing kind of how I wear them because I love them both equally. I've been training in this new product. Behind the scenes, I've shown you on my stories that it's coming, but I wasn't allowed to talk about what it is, right? Something that I'm gonna be continuing to balance between the types of workouts that I do and equally offer just as great of benefits. I think I should probably reveal this brand new product, this incredibly well designed, flexible, vegan, connective, pinnacle of barefoot movement. I feel like I could go on and on. Let me just show you the shoe. The MOTUS Flex. Now this shoe is truly one of a kind. And honestly, in a review video, I'm just gonna give you my upfront, honest review and what I think about the shoe. Because again, as you can see, there's a bit of wear and tear already on them. I've been training in them to give the brand some feedback. Tell them what I think, tell them exactly what I'm feeling and how I have been training in them, how I interpret, kind of some of the different technologies, and ultimately, just my overall thoughts, which is exactly what I'm here to give you. Because if you like a shoe that gives you more flexibility, a little bit of that sock-like feel, it's got this mesh upper knit, it's got these non-tieable laces. I really don't even know what you would call these, but kind of different, right? This is kind of fun. And ultimately, a shoe that's gonna give you, again, the barefoot feel and give you all of the benefits to feel your best in your training and get the most out of your training. This shoe, to me, covers all of my own boxes, just like the shoe that I've been training. However, it is, again, the MOTUS Flex versus the MOTUS Strength. This shoe is very, very flexible. Watch this. Literally, I can go all the way like a wave. It is insane, right? Watch this. I can roll it literally into a ball. This probably isn't on the marketing for the shoe, but talk about an easy way to pack. It's not even the size of my hand. I can literally grip it like a baseball. Kind of insane, actually, now that I'm trying this for the first time. Literally, these are two shoes in my hands, and they don't even look like shoes, but they come out and they're like this, right? So, things you'll notice, I'm just gonna talk about the actual shoe itself, what it looks like, and my first impressions, especially when I first got it, and then I'm just gonna walk you through my experience and kind of give you my organic rundown of the shoe. So you'll notice, obviously, as I said, super flexible. It's got this mesh upper knit. It's got these laces that are adjustable, and they're very stretchy. On the bottom, you'll see literally the outline of the foot. And I want you to notice this neon piece. This is a piece that I told the brand that I was really intrigued about because I could feel it the most when I was training. Not in a bad way, in a way that felt like I had so much stability through the arch, which is another question that I get a lot about wearing barefoot shoes. Oh, Nick, I have flat feet. I feel like I can just feel my, I don't know why a barefoot shoe would help the arches of my feet. Now, I'm not gonna say, give you false information because everybody's foot is different, but I feel when I wear this shoe that this piece right here gives me so much stability up through almost into my ankle. And again, that might have a lot to do with using barefoot shoes for quite some time. time and understanding that my foot is naturally aligning to where it needs to be, but this shoe just looks like a barefoot shoe. Now, what have I personally used it for so far? I've put it through everything that I usually do with the MOTUS Strength. All of my strength training workouts, my mobility, some calisthenics, all of the normal kind of stuff that I incorporate into my training. And honestly, they're very, very similar. However, one of my favorite things about this shoe is that it almost feels more stable. I feel that sense of stability through the arch. I feel more connected through that open toe box because of that kind of soft upper knit mesh feel, right? It is that flexibility that it allows, right? If I'm doing a reverse lunge and or a forward lunge, you can imagine your foot kind of moving through the shoe. Well, that range of motion feels a little bit more natural just with that flex. I haven't done it yet, but I'm actually toying with running in this shoe because it feels so naturally giving, right? There's the upper and the knit part of this, the flexibility of it really gives me, like when I first put it on, I told them at the brand, I was like, wow, I feel like it could actually run in this, right? It seems a little bit more aligned for me to run in just because of that natural flex of the shoe. Now, with that said, another thing I noticed was that big toe kind of structure. You can see the outline of the shoe. It really gives it that real barefoot feel. Now, I'm gonna show you the other shoe. You can tell with this color, right? You can see the dark spots on this shoe, and this is just a testament to Vivobarefoot and the barefoot shoe itself. You can see that the dark colored spots is literally where my foot has been hitting the ground, right? You can see the big toe, you can see the toes, you can see the light color through between my toes and my foot, right? And then obviously the balls of my feet are darker because that's where they get the most strike from the foot. When the actual sole is built this way, it makes it feel even more natural. I think that's another testament to that flexibility. So where that light coloring was on the shoe, you now see a difference in the separation of the shoe itself. So it's kind of giving you, again, another flexible aspect to the MOTUS Flex, the shoe that we're talking about right now. Working through the actual performance aspects of it, I was a little on the wary side of the laces. That was another thing that is obviously different. Now, as I put the shoe on, I felt a little, wiggly, and I felt that I had to pull these a little harder to get them to strap down. Now, I've kind of adjusted and I've kind of allowed my foot more naturally to just be, which I think has worked even better for me because now I'm feeling even more of my workouts. So again, it's not that you're gonna be sliding around because this is what it's there for. It's literally there so you can adjust it. I think the weird part for me was just how long this lace became for my foot. Now, you can put real laces in this if you want to, but I think the way that how stretchy these are allows it for that range of motion when your foot is moving around in it. It just gives it, again, that flexibility and the ability to feel your foot through movement, through stability, through whatever kind of calisthenic work you might be doing, through your walks. And ultimately, it just doesn't bother me as much as I thought it would when I first put them on. It's really not a factor, and I think it's actually very cool that it kind of gives it a very unique touch to the shoe. Now again, the kind of training I do and the amount of running, the amount of strength training, mobility is a huge thing for me to stay mobile and feel good through my joints in this large body of mine. So this kind of decoupled sole is actually something that has really stuck out to me about the shoe, along with obviously the flexibility that I've said 343 times already. It makes me able to, the mind to muscle connection and mobility is huge in yoga. You could be doing yoga in this shoe on concrete if you want to. Like, it's still gonna give you that kind of layer of protection, but you're still barefoot essentially, right? So for me, it's something that I'm able to incorporate with this shoe and kind of how I'm gonna use it in my routine. It's different than the strength shoe because of that flexibility. And I think with my compound movements, and I do still lift very heavy and I'm still able to preserve my joints and continue to build strength while I'm running 50, 60 miles a week and running marathons, I think this will become more of a shoe that I'm using on those compound days to really allow that natural flex of the foot to adapt to the external stimulus. Now, the other shoe I'll probably use for kind of some higher impact movements, some high intensity training. But again, I mean, this video is about the new Flex. And if you're looking for a shoe that allows you to get all the benefits about barefoot training in general, I definitely would recommend this shoe. I'm a little biased again because I literally wear these things every single day. It just happens so organically working with this brand that the passion, I'm sure you can feel it, is beyond belief. And every time, like when I heard that I was gonna be able to test this shoe behind the scenes before it launched, I felt like I was on a cloud, because I was like, oh, you trust me enough to actually test and give feedback, right? So this is a really cool deal, and honestly, I think it's one of those things that people get to training for so long, and they're like, what's the next step in my training? And you see all these different kinds of shoes in the gym, and you wonder what they are, or what they do, or why. And honestly, like I used to work out in Vans or Converse because of the platform, and it's just a piece of rubber between the ground. But then I started using barefoot shoes and just started researching that, and that's what really turned me on to it. I literally haven't worn anything in the gym since. So that is today's video on the Vivobarefoot, brand new. That was kind of cool. Modus Flex shoe, absolutely incredible. Again, the flexibility here, the roll, it's just, they really did a good thing with this shoe. So if you want to check them out, I'll leave the link in the description. Hope you took something away. If you did, don't forget to comment. Let me know maybe something you learned or something you took away. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask, because I can talk about these freaking shoes probably for far too long, as I probably already have on this video. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go check out Vivobarefoot on any social media platform. They have a lot of great content and a lot of good content to take in, honestly, for your own knowledge. So I'll see you next time. Have an awesome freaking day, and don't forget to smile.